to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. God's act.
Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Tyler and welcome back to another gameplay commentary. In today's video, you guys are watching some IW4X or Modern Warfare 2 gameplay in the background, so hopefully you guys do enjoy. And I have a brand new life story for you guys, one that takes place at my old job about a year ago. So I'm sure you guys can guess by the title of this story, I'm going to be telling you guys about the time I almost got caught smoking weed at work. So how this whole situation ended up coming about, or how this whole situation ended up starting, was that it all began on a Friday afternoon, the day that we ended up getting paid. And my plan for the day was, since I was only working a short shift, I would end up getting off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to go out and go shopping as soon as I got off of work. I was pretty much just trying to go buy some new shirts and like some stuff like that, basically just new clothing. And I just wanted to go to a couple new stores that I had never been to before, so I figured that day would be a good day since I had just gotten paid. So since I had decided to go shopping after work, I didn't really want to come back home because it was in the opposite direction of the stores I wanted to go to. So I decided I'd just roll up a joint and bring it along with me in like this little doob tube case I have. So I ended up rolling up this joint and putting it in the doob tube and taking it with me to work, and working my entire shift just completely normally. Nothing ended up happening through my shift. But once I got off work is once things start getting interesting. So my plan was, once I got off, I was gonna go get some tea from this like tea place right up the street. So I ended up going up there and getting tea for myself. And after that, my plan was to go into this like little cut behind my job and then just smoke this joint and then take an Uber to where I wanted to go shopping. So I ended up going and getting my tea and coming back to this little cut behind my job. And I'll draw like a bird's eye view of what I was talking about because it's kind of hard to explain without seeing it exactly. So I walked into this little cut and there's only one doorway out of it. It's like a little corner that you can kind of back into. So I ended up going into the left corner closest to the door so that if anybody walked past the doorway for the little cut, either way, it wouldn't be able to see me, or they would not be able to see me in the corner. So I ended up stepping back into this corner and pulling out the doob tube from my pocket and pulling the joint out of the doob tube. And I go ahead and put the joint into my mouth and light it up right out there in the little cut, and I'm sitting here smoking this joint. And now everything was going completely smooth, everything was going fine, I had no issues or anything like that. I had one of my headphones in my ear so I could listen to some music on a quiet volume, and I had my other ear open so I could hear my surrounding. And I'm sitting here in the corner just smoking this little joint, just trying to finish it up really quickly because it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There were people who were around in the area. I knew people were able to smell. So I'm like power chiefing this joint down, and I'm basically down at the very end. I had like 3 or 4 hits left in the joint, and at this point I was just deciding whether or not I wanted to actually take the last couple hits or just put it out. So I ended up deciding I was just going to take one more really fat rip and then just put it out. So I hit this joint and I'm proceeding to hit it, and I'm taking a huge rip, and I hear somebody on the outside of the fence of where I'm standing, or the outside of the little cut that I'm standing in. And so as I was hearing this person walking on the opposite side of the wall from where I'm standing, I'm just sitting here inhaling this joint, holding it in, and I ended up taking the joint and just kind of quietly setting it down on the fence post next to me. And keep in mind, I was still holding in the smoke from this huge rip I had taken, or this huge like toke I had taken off this joint. And I kind of leaned forward out of the corner just a little bit so I could peek around and see who it was. And as I was leaning around this corner, like peeking around, I literally just see a police officer walking past the little cut right down the stairs into the restaurant. And as soon as I saw that, my heart literally just skipped a beat. So I'm sitting here continuing to hold in this smoke, just waiting till I know that he's completely out of sight, he's not going to see me whatsoever. And then finally, once I know he's completely out of my sight, I just exhale this big cloud of smoke and just walk out of the cut as nonchalantly as I possibly could. And I immediately proceeded to walk like a block up the street and just call an Uber, and I was trying to get out of there as fast as possible because I was literally so spooked. It was such a close call. Like, I can't even believe that I didn't get arrested, that he didn't even peek around the corner. But to be honest, I'm really happy that he didn't peek around the corner, because the situation would have been a lot worse than it ended up being. At the end of the day, I ended up just getting in the Uber and going shopping for the rest of the afternoon, so nothing eventful really happened there. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video or life story. If you guys did at any point, please be sure to leave a like down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. It means a lot to me. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that I'm probably going to be live streaming on Twitch TV at around 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, maybe a little bit earlier. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to check out the first link down below in the description, as well as my Twitter, because I always tweet out right when I'm streaming or right before I start streaming. But anyways, you guys know I love each and every one of you. Thanks again so much for watching today's video. I'm out. Peace.
I got more keys than Alicia. These niggas be talking police. I took your hoe and released her. I used to trap out a Regal. 200,000 on my wrist. I thought it all was a fantasy. 200,000 on my wrist. Lord, I hope it don't vanish. 200,000 on my wrist.